Was the White House spokesman Gordon Jondro. Well, let's go to Washington now. We can join Ziad Asali, who's president of the American Task Force on Palestine. Ziad Asali, what hope do you see of any kind of end in sight to this campaign?
I cannot say that I'm very optimistic about a quick end in sight. I see that there is a certain entrenchment of position. The Israelis are talking about further steps to take, including perhaps ground operations, and the Qassam people are still hitting missiles. It seems like this is a test of manhood on both sides, and I cannot see any side blinking anytime soon.
So the Bush administration has no sway at all in this current crisis?
Well, the Bush administration obviously has, as you just illustrated in the beginning of this segment, that the Bush administration has called for a ceasefire that is sustainable, which by implication means that it is not immediate. There are conditions that have to be met. The Bush administration does not have any power really over Hamas and its people. It does have real influence within the Israeli and Palestinian circles in the PA, and it is using that.
Well, Israel says it exhausted all options. It had no other choice but to launch these airstrikes against Gaza because he said it had no other way to stop the rocket attacks against its civilians.
Yeah, that's the Israeli position. From the Palestinian people's perspective, I mean the people's perspective, there is always a price to pay, and the price is usually paid by the civilians. Decisions made by Hamas or anybody else does not really consult the Palestinian people, who end up paying the incredible price now, around close to 400 people killed and hundreds of people injured, and there is more to come. So it is very hard in this emotionally charged and very troubling times for the people of Gaza and the Palestinian people outside, and even the Arab and Muslim people, to comprehend a very logical and legal argument that is binding to governments.
Ziad Asali of the American Task Force on Palestine, thank you very much for joining us from Washington. So that's how it looks at this hour throughout